Hello and welcome to Morgan, Brayton, and Other People. Well, we did it. We made it. We're here at the end of 2015. So if you're watching this, it means our show didn't get canceled this year. Yay! It also means that you're still alive. Good for you. I think it's really important at times like this to look back, to reflect, to be grateful for the year that we are about to say goodbye to. Unless, of course, your 2015 was crappy, in which case just say, suck it 2015, and move on. So we thought we'd take this opportunity to look back at our 2015. We've had a great year here on the show, but we're going to delve a little bit into our own personal 2015s. Let's face it, what we can remember. To 2015.
To 2015.
Oh my God. Buddy. Robyn, did you start without us earlier today?
No, I didn't.
Oh,
no.
cheers
not
to that.
Today.
Cheers to that.
No.
Not.
That's good. Oh, what a nice bouquet.
Oh.
Hints of blackberry and currants.
Wine stuff.
Wine stuff. This is what my friend Terry calls her favorite, cheap and cheerful. So I always go for it when it's like, I don't have to get a fancy wine. Nobody's coming over. But we're not going to go for the homemade stuff.
Not yet.
This is my go-to. I want to point out that normally our lovely pink bowl here on the table is filled with items that give a bit of a nod to our topic. Today, it's filled with possibilities for 2016.
Wow. Sorry, I just got a little bag. Just a little something.
Oh, see? There's no possibilities
There's
for you.
nothing for me.
Hey, 2015, we had a great year. We started the show in 2015, which
Yay. Cheers to that.
it's just another excuse to drink some more wine, let's face it. But yeah, so that was a big thing that happened. We've been having a great time.
Yeah. It's been okay.
Yeah. We've been having a
Things
great
I want to
time.
change about it, but it's, I'm going to stick with it for now. Like the name, like the host.
Yeah. I see where you're going with this, and you're fired. No, but that was a big thing that happened. We've been having a great time. This has been a blast, and it's kind of bled into other areas of our lives, which of course I'm sure we will get to in the fullness of time. But what else happened this year, guys?
I got home renovations done.
When you spilled the red wine on the white carpet and then you cut a piece of it out, does that constitute home renovations, or are we talking about something different?
That started, and it wasn't.
Or was it-
I exploded a glass dish, and it burned into the
Remember
carpet.
that?
So I cut it all out. And there was a lot of wine also. The carpet was kind of red when we got rid of it. But we had to get our floors leveled, and so we had to empty the entire apartment, rent a moving van, empty the whole apartment, and then got the floors done and stay. But I hear people talk about home renovations, and it's like you never want to kill that person that you love more than when you're painting something. He's like, listen to the paint, and I'm like, I want you to go away and never come home.
What was the...
He told you to listen to the
Listen, because I had too much paint on my roller, and he's like, listen to the roller, and I was like, I literally thought my shit is already packed and in the moving truck. I'm leaving. I'm just gonna drive away.
Did you get it finished?
Well, it's 99% finished. There's one floorboard that has to go back on and it's been under our bed for 7 months now.
I was going to say, because it was a long time ago.
I know,
that
it was in
this all
January.
happened.
It was at
when
the
we all were
beginning.
just
What's
starting
the
to work
problem?
together.
What's the holdup with the...
Yeah.
Because he's got to cut it, and so it's just, I don't want to, let's move on.
I think we know who, I think I might be with Jay on this one in terms
It's
of
like
how
we
do
can
things.
finish a project almost, and then we just leave it.
Right.
Yeah. That's why we're not married.
I was going to say,
engaged forever.
My 2015, I had a resolution that in 2015, we dance.
Oh.
Which led me to Beyonce dance classes, which led me to becoming the person I've always intended to be. Which is Beyonce.
Done.
It's amazing. It's taught by a 19-year-old boy.
we've got to go to this with you.
Yes, who in 6 one-hour sessions taught me more about being a woman than I had learned in 32 years of faking it. No lie, half of some of the classes are just walking.
What?
Yeah.
Is it that, it's that stompy, Beyonce,
It is
one at a
whatever
time, one
you
at a step
wanna
walk?
do.
Has it led you to dance out in the rest of your life?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I'm trying to take those moves everywhere.
Are you?
Oh,
How often does it come up?
I was in Portland this weekend doing a show, and on the Thursday night, I noticed that after I do the class, if I go to a show right after, that I have way more fun on stage and way more relaxed, and I have all these endorphins, and it's a great show. Yeah. So I thought, that's going to be my new pregame. And so on Thursday night, I went out behind this theater in Portland by myself, put on a little Tay-Swift, just went for it.
Really?
Yes.
And did it work?
It worked in that a beautiful, gigantic man and his very tiny, beautiful son caught me doing it. But that also was pretty nice. But then it was like, he was like, I wish I was that happy. And I was like, join me.
Did you do anything?
Well, and the little boy, it was nice. The little boy said, I'm looking for the moon.
Oh.
And the father said, he loves the moon. And I said, so yeah, dance is
I don't
really.
know where this story went, but Beyonce is very powerful.
It's manifesting everything I'm looking for in my life.
Wow.
Who knew that was the key? You know, people pay like thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for therapy, for like positivity training and things like that.
To just dance.
Not you. You just need
to
to
dance
put
like
on the
Beyonce.
I
Beyonce.
mean, I feel like we all kind of know what she's talking about. I'm pretty sure we all danced together recently.
We got our
Really
groove on.
well choreographed opening number.
Yeah,
Any of us
pretty
remember
great.
correctly. Do you know how bad my lower back hurt for days from that freaking move that we had to
You
do
were really
forever?
giving it. You were really giving
I'm
it.
gonna take it. I'm a professional. I'm not gonna half-ass a dance routine like that.
Why don't we take a break, and when we come back, you will explain
Okay.
what the heck you're talking about. Because all you did was say that you were sore because all of us were doing this, which has got to be a little upsetting for anybody watching, not understanding
Or
what the hell's
a
going
trap.
on. So we're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, Robyn will explain herself as we often require her to do. We'll be right back with more Morgan Brayton and Other People. Welcome back to Morgan Brayton and Other People. We're taking a look back at 2015, and Robyn just mentioned about our amazing dance moves, which I'm not going to lie to you, so impressive. But they were particularly impressive one night recently. Robyn, why don't you tell the fine people what we were up to?
Well, thank you so much, Miss Brayton, for that.
Okay, it's not the news. I don't know what you're doing. Turning to.
I know, but it sounded really important.
It did.
Recently, we decided, as a group of women, to continue working together outside of this space because we have so much fun together. And we wanted to do a monthly live show with stand-up and sketch and a couple of little extra things we did that came out of it. And Morgan, who you don't know, is an extreme impressive choreographer?
Sure.
Yeah.
See, I struggled over it because it was really, really bad. And she made this beautiful dance number for us to open up to. We wore impressive, sexy outfits.
I'm literally still
I
wearing
think.
She's
not
Katie has not taken
not
it
taken
off.
this bodysuit.
It was pretty far up your butt. I wasn't sure you were going to ever get it out.
She can't get it.
I told her to, though. Remember, I was like, can you make it maybe go up your bum a little bit more? Because that's more real.
You've
We're
changed
in
my
80s,
life.
Yeah.
like, aerobic
It's an 80s
style
aerobic dance.
outfits with dance moves that we all got to kind of introduce our own selves to. And it was just really fun, and I was really impressed with our creativity with it. And our Yeah. You flew in from out of town that day and didn't
That
feel
is
as
true.
confident and comfortable as we
I
did.
had neither the outfit nor the mix. It was just me standing in jean shorts and a jean vest going,
That's not true. You had a headband.
great
I did
job.
have a
Brought it
headband.
all together.
But doing more live shows, the Lady Show, which is what we call it, is something that I'm very much looking forward to in 2016.
Definitely.
It was a huge highlight for me.
Well, it was a blast. It was a sold-out
so
show.
much
It was packed. Everybody had an amazing time, and most importantly, not most importantly, I shouldn't say that. It's really most important that the audience has a fun time. But second most important, we had a great time.
We did.
But that was the whole point, right? Because
Yeah.
we do this show together, and we only film every 2 weeks, and so we're always like, we need to do more stuff together, and then we start drinking and forget about it, and then we film in 2 weeks later. But we wanted to do more stuff together. So here's our opportunity. And we have other guests who come on the show as well, and, you know, theater artists or stand-ups or what have you. One of the highlights for me was Robyn reading her own Yelp reviews.
That was pretty great.
although halfway through your second Yelp review, because I was like, how does anyone find Robyn not delightful. And then as I was reading their point of view, I was like, oh, come on, get them some waters already. But it is funny, like people that leave and say they're gonna write like a review like that. Because I'll say that, I'm like, I'm writing a letter, and then I get home and I'm like, I forget. Like immediately, I'm like, whatever.
Who writes letters anymore?
Let's open some
I'm
wine.
sending a fax. The cool thing about the Lady Show that I'm really happy about is that we did an interview with a local magazine, and she was, asking about women in comedy, all these questions about the role of how it is to be a woman in comedy, and 20 years ago, when I was in my all-female sketch group, that question would have had a really different answer, right? Because we were really trying to carve out a space for women in comedy. We weren't as visible. We didn't have as many opportunities. And so we were trying to create work for ourselves and for other women. And this time around, it's just like, I just want to work with these bitches. Like, that's all it is. It's like, I have so much fun with you guys, and I just want to do more of it, which is a really interesting position. And I think in terms of 2015, some of the things that it's not like they changed in 2015, but acknowledging in 2015. Someone was talking about Amy Schumer recently, and all those.
Killing it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Bill Cosby's not.
Yeah, that was a huge thing this year. That now, I haven't heard anything about it recently at all. It's sort of.
But that's how it goes. That's what happens. People get all. It was like when recently we had the thing where Stephen Harper went to. A brewery in town, and everybody was like, I'll never drink that beer again. Yeah. And then later that day, everybody was like, well, I've got nothing else to drink. And then nobody spoke of it again.
That is kind of the way, though, right? The people get all up in arms about something, and it's the most important thing in the world, and then...
That is kind of like social media. It makes things such a huge deal, and everybody just goes Twitter crazy. And then, like, 24 hours later, it's like,
there's a
what
new
was
story.
that again?
Right.
Like that whole Nicole Arbor ridiculous
my.
comic thing. And, like, it's just so much
Or
up
Gian
and down.
Gomeshi.
Right, we haven't heard about him for a while, but I think that might be also a legal thing. But that's actually an interesting point is so we recently had an election and have a new prime minister, and that was one of the things that was different this year than previous elections is that normally, nobody talks about any results until all of the polls across the country have closed. But this was the first time they started reporting them earlier because of social media. They can't keep those kind of things quiet, which is something really new that hadn't ever happened before in history. We were all. You could conceivably be finding out results before you voted.
Yeah. But that just shows you how old people in Elections Canada are, that it's not like the internet happened this year.
Right.
Like they're like, we can't keep it from happening. Yeah, we've had Facebook for a while.
Yeah.
It's.
I forgot, it has been 4 years, since I voted in a federal election. I went and I was like, still paper and pencils, huh?
Yeah.
And I was like, it feels so archaic. And you're like, I'm just gonna put it in a box with this stoner.
When I went in, I remember thinking the same thing, like it didn't seal or anything. And then I was like, so do you guys just count these here yourselves?
They do.
And they're like, yep.
That's exactly what
I
they do.
just looked around like, I don't know if I trust these people.
What's the reviewing process when they hire people?
I thought it was a volunteer thing until some friends of mine were there, and they're like, no, we're getting paid for this, and I'm like, well, I guess that's
Then you tried to get a job.
I'm fine with that as long as you're getting paid.
But this election was really different. Would you agree?
Yeah, because everybody united together to stop the terrible beast that is Harper. Which is different.
Yeah.
We haven't united as a country like that before to oust someone.
The engagement that was required to do that was really interesting, and that happened, as forcefulay as it did. Even my dad, talking to parents about politics is always a bit of risky business, right? But I said, I'm really struggling with the strategic voting question, and my dad said, me too, and I said, involving which parties? I was very nervous about his answer because, he's my dad, and often his answers are not what I want to hear. But he said, well, he's got to go. I think he's a Nazi. I think he's a thief and a liar and a cheat. And I was like, all right, Dad, let's do this.
Yeah.
So that was
Tom Brayton.
Cheers to Tom Brayton. All right, we're going to drink some wine, and we'll be right back with more Morgan Brayton and other people. Welcome back to Morgan, Brayton, and Other People. We're talking about our 2015 here on the show today. We've talked about the election and the unprecedented turnout and the engagement that happened this election compared with prior. We've talked about Katie Allen and her Beyonce dance class, and now we're all going to keep on dancing more this year. What else did we talk about?
Lady show.
The lady show, home renovations that are still going on and might be finished by 2020. What else have we got, ladies? What else happened in your 2015? Anybody have any big?
Well, this is kind of a coincidence, because I just found my vision board that I made at the end of 2014. Because during the whole renovation process, I kind of put it away, and then I found it behind my dresser recently. And there's nothing like looking at what you hoped at the beginning of the year, and then nothing. Like I'm gonna be a published author. Took that off. I had a picture of a girl with six-pack abs. Crumpled it up. I had a pair of eyes because I was gonna get laid. Like I have done nothing.
Wait, what was the rest of that sentence?
Laser vision.
All I heard was I had a picture of eyes because I was gonna get laid. It sounded like laid, like you were. Who was gonna? How is that? What?
Yes.
Oh, sorry, I was confused.
That's my move in the bedroom. Hello, Jay. I'm ready for you. You like girls with glasses? Look at these. Yeah, I've become more adventurous in the bedroom. Yeah, it was a good year.
That's pretty exciting.
And you had some news on the home front.
I did.
Right?
I moved in with my long-term boyfriend, who's also Katie's best friend.
Adorable.
Happy you are.
Smell a sitcom.
Yeah, it's pretty much a sitcom all the time. I just tend to be the joke most of the time. But because I do lots of stupid things at home, guys.
You do?
Well, I bump into a lot of things. I'm always getting myself injured.
See, I thought that was a one-time thing when you knocked over the lamp at Robyn's place. No?
No, I'm very prone to injury.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
I'm okay now.
Yeah.
I'm still operational. Haven't damaged. Well, I have this on my hand that was an interesting thing that happened to me. Me and Kevin ordered some pizza. Pizza came. We had one glass that was clean. So I gave that glass to Kevin. Because I'm a nice lady.
Yeah.
And then I started to wash another glass, and the glass shattered in my hand, which I didn't know was the thing that glasses do when you're washing them. Cut my hand, had to go to the hospital, I got 5 stitches, came back home, pizza was cold, and there's 2 slices left.
Oh.
Did he not go to the hospital with you?
He did.
Oh.
And then I sent him home because I was just...
And then he ate all the pizza?
Why didn't he take the pizza with you?
Well, I was bleeding a lot.
Yeah, but he had 2 hands.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess he had to drive.
No. Now you're glad, because I've also done that. I have a huge scar on my thumb.
Yeah.
It was in the glass, right?
Yeah.
Yes, in the glass.
We can't do that with.
You got giant
large
girls.
hands.
We have huge
This is.
hands.
I now
So
just. I have
it,
a
like,
little thing
barely
from
fit.
IKEA.
Like Katie and Ellen and I could do it because we have really dainty
so
lady
dainty.
hands.
But then if
you
you
guys
got
have big hands.
cut, nobody would be there to take
I
you to
did
the
get
hospital.
That is so
I'm sorry. I love you
And
to
so
death.
true.
It's so true. And I did. I was recently very excited. I was making dinner for some friends, and I was making scallop. Shut up. I was making scallop potatoes, and I have a mandolin, and I didn't like my blocky thing on it to like the
To explain what a mandolin is, because it sounds like you were playing Maggie May.
Well, people
while
that
you were-
actually cook meals know what an actual mandolin cooking machine is.
Yeah.
It's not a machine. I want to be very clear about that.
Okay,
it's
we
like
all
a
do
slicer
know.
thing.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Like
you
a
like
thin
slice.
slicer.
I'm sorry that I underestimated all of us. Go ahead.
No, but it's got like the safety thing on it, and it always gets in the way. So I was like, I don't need the safety thing. I'm gonna do it, and I'll
always
just be
gets in the
super
way.
careful. It does. It's the
Of the blade.
just
Like,
Getting your fingers
what
onto
I'm
the,
doing.
yeah.
It makes it go so much slower, and it's so much longer. I know. Trust me. I regret every second. My first potato, I was like, this is so great, and sliced my finger so badly. And I was by myself, alone and sad. Thank you, Erica Sigurdson, for pointing that out to me. No, I'm usually fine with being single. I really like it, but these are the moments when I'm like, because I'm literally, I'm bleeding profusely out of my thumb, and I've got it under the cold water, so then I'm like, where's the paper towel? And I like look, and it's so far back on the fridge. So now I'm like reaching and like trying to keep it in the sink, and I've got food everywhere because I'm cooking, and I'm trying to be, it was awful. I was like, why don't I have somebody to help me? My mom was right. It was so sad. And then I realized also is because then I had to do all the dishes by myself as well. So 2 reasons why you should be in relationships, guys.
Yeah.
I am in the whole being a domestic goddess. Recently went to a Madonna concert with a bag of laundry. So I was in Toronto and I had done laundry at my friend's house, and then we went out and had some drinks, and I forgot the laundry. So then the next night, a bunch of girlfriends, we were all meeting for drinks, and my friend said, "I'll bring your laundry." So I'm like, okay. So we were having drinks, and then all of a sudden, the idea to go to the Madonna concert and get tickets off a scalper, and I'm like, "But can I please take my laundry back to the hotel?" And everyone's like, "No!" And so I had to go through the security thing with the guy going through my laundry, and like I'm just like, "It's just laundry," and he's like, "Is it?" And I'm like, "My underpants." It was just like 4 t-shirts, a pair of
He's
jeans,
like, nobody
and
would bring just laundry.
Well, he's trying to figure out like what possible plot did she have?
Yeah, like, what
was she
happened?
hatching with
Yeah.
all of this laundry? What
yeah.
could you do?
And I
it
had
was
like
coming up
no
empty.
makeup on. Like it was like just one of those we're going last minute, and so I looked like shit, and I had my laundry. I'm like, "I just want to see Madonna."
But I'll tell you, I've never seen somebody periscope as much as you did that night.
that's
Oh,
true.
my phone was blowing up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You were
blowing up.
crazy with it.
Yeah, our seats were so bad too. I've never.
did that. I'm like, is that the stage?
I've never bought tickets off a scalper before, and important thing, look at the seat chart before you buy. It was behind the big screens.
Oh no!
So we
But
were
have we
basically-
learned? Speaking of things that happened in 2015, have we learned nothing from what happened to Robyn Daye Edwards in 2015 with tickets?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. Robyn.
I know. I
No,
got
it was Bette Midler.
Bette Midler.
Yes.
I was
Another
so
iconic.
It's yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I can see why you'd get confused with
Sure.
the two. Yeah, I was so excited to see Bette Midler, and it was a last minute decision as well. But I decided to go to Craigslist, which I've done in the past and had no problems with. But I should have. The tickets originally were like $250, and she gave them to us for like $80 each. So I probably should have done more research. But they were so real. They had a receipt, and everything was so real. And within an hour, I figured out that they were fake.
But you also were instrumental in the police.
We caught
catching
them. Yeah, we
because
sure did.
of Inspector
I did.
Edwards.
I was like, you know, I'm gonna look at their license plate, and I'm going to take very good like visual descriptions of both of them and their little dog.
Oh, the little
No, the
dog,
dog
I
was
think
cute. I don't blame the dog at all. But
like-
yeah,
it's the
I had to like
ringleader.
go and like
Just
make a
accessible.
statement
You took a
and look
picture
through.
of the car, right?
No, I just marked it down. Like I took a note of the license
Oh, okay.
plate, but I didn't take a picture. That would have been crazy, Erica. No, but they did catch them, and it was like a ring of people that they were all doing it all the time. They had sold people tickets to Disneyland, like families and stuff. Yeah, they were awful people.
But-
Awful people.
They're not going to do it anymore because of you.
They won't. You're welcome.
You're
Canada.
like, cheers to Robyn. You're like one of the
Cheers to
Charlie's
Robyn.
Angels. You're like
you know
a
what?
one-woman Charlie's Angel.
You know what,
Off
guys?
screen.
I don't know if you know this, but I do play an FBI agent on television now, so
Oh, that's
I
the
kind
thing
of
that
know
happened
what
to
I'm
you.
doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Well, I booked a
What's
little.
your character's name?
Female FBI agent.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
is her name. Thank you so much. And no, I went out for a little small one episode part, and they loved me so much
How could they not?
that they just keep bringing me back, and now it's the lovely little
Maybe
recurring
you'll meet
role on a new
your
show called
new
Looking Glass.
girlfriend on the show.
No, I mean maybe I will, but I haven't yet, and I've been there a lot.
Female FBI agent number 2
Just-
might come along. No,
Yeah.
but if there is a number 2, then maybe.
Hi, I'm Robyn. Hi. I don't have a name yet.
Maybe.
Best puppet show ever.
Maybe.
Like, I don't know. It was 15 years ago when I got together with my guy. I don't know how it's done. I do not remember.
But that is how they
it
met.
goes.
Yeah.
Luckily, I'm in a relationship, so there wasn't a chance for me to meet anybody, but I recently did a gig on a kids show. So it's just all me and kids, so that would be inappropriate.
We're set up to a story.
I was trying to segue, but partway there I was like, I got to do something that I have always wanted to do, which is my own stunts.
Very
Yeah. So I had a super fun time. My favorite was, and I don't want to give it away, but another character put my head through a wall, and I got to do it myself.
That's cool.
Like, I've always wanted.
Haven't you always? I know how to do it. We can do it. Just like whenever you want. We can just practice. It'll be fun.
your
Like
head
right
through a
now.
wall.
Let's
Yeah.
do it right now,
Oh, that
guys.
would be the best closer.
Okay, so
Pretty good closing.
we're out of time. We got to wrap up, but real quick, hopes for 2016. What are your big plans? You could just use that vision board again. Just
Six-pack
just
abs.
cross off 5
gonna
and
happen.
make a 6.
Get those eyes again.
Yeah. More dancing.
More dancing, always.
Okay.
Less injuries for Fatima.
Yes.
Yeah.
Robyn, is this the year?
Could be.
Could
Who
be.
knows? Maybe I'll find that special someone, or maybe I won't, and I'm okay with that too. Whatever.
Yeah. I don't know if your
Keep
fingers
working.
are-
You know what? I want to keep working as an actor. That's my
Yes.
only goal.
Okay.
Is keep working on television as an actor.
Well,
Because I can't serve worse shit.
Yelpers all across the land are drinking to
They're
that.
crying right now.
Yeah.
They're like, what do we read about?
Well,
Middle-aged lady's gone.
I have had an amazing time so far working with you ladies this year, and all of the fun things that has branched out to. And the whole reason that we wanted to do more stuff is just that it is really such a great time, and we're having such a burst of creativity and doing something that we feel really great about. So I want a hell of a lot more than that in 2016. Drink to that.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers. And whatever it is that you got in mind for 2016, I hope it involves hilarious women like we have in our lives, and I hope it involves you coming back and watching some more of Morgan Brayton and other people here on Out TV in 2016. Cheers.
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 Cheers. Cheers. What is it with a British accent today? Cheers.
It changes all the time.
Ooh. You're all over the map. I like it. I like it. Let's go.